game. Oh, yeah, that's right. Get that music down a little bit. Oh, yeah, it might be a good idea for me to change the, Twitch information real quick. Also, shoutouts to A1 Mr. the Imp for getting both these games to me. Okay, that's taken care of. Yeah, let's get that. Number 1, examination. Okay, do prevent process, stay vigilant, check your colleague suits. Activating translation matrix, populating language database. 100%. 5,239 languages loaded, 37 languages failed to load, error log sent to central server. Have a great chat. Someone told me the error language got patched. Sam was misinformed. Alright, let's take a look at ourselves. It's like, Sam was misinformed or lying. Is Sam untrustworthy? Maybe you should file a report if you have your doubts. Okay, Mark Perez. Hey Mark, Ramesh here. I know your schedule's pretty packed today, but I gotta put you on one last thing. It's an easy job, but it's still too tough for Sam. Sam sucks, by the way. Don't know if you've noticed, he's off this boat the first opportunity I get. The job's a standard Rosetta setup. Walk in, exchange names, find common ground. You know the drill. Nobody told me who you're hooking up. Looks like a senior thing. Maybe visiting dignitary, might be a terrorist. No report of terrorists in this area, but you never know. Hook 'em up. First pints on me when you get back. Your onboard AI. Should you really be sowing that sort of team discord? Now that you mention it, yes, make a note. Reminder set. I'll help you write the report later. Have a great chat. I doubt I'll be allowed to do much chatting. If the rumors are true, this is above my pay grade. Yeah, hopefully it doesn't end in self-murder like the last time. Perhaps, but you will be the first point of contact. You've been assigned to set up a communication with a recover... ... Apologies, syntax error. I don't know who you're assigned to set up communication with. The notes say non-human. I do not understand. I'm going to go ahead and guess it's the big angry thing stood up there, Mr. Chat. That seems likely. Although, as an onboard support AI, I cannot see the big thing. As a low-level AI, I am also equipped to tell you about its mood. Oh, it's big. Easy to find then. Hop to it, engineer. Establishing external communication. I suggest adopting a polite tone. Don't let the enormity of first contact overwhelm you. And probably no need to mention the perilous situation humanity is currently in. unintelligible. I mean, it looks like you're trying to translate a new language. Can I help? I may need that, yes. Of course. First step, names. That's logical. State your name to the other party. Hi, I'm Mark. Mark. Sure. Mark. Gabriel. Like the angel? I'm guessing whoever allowed you in the system thinks you came down from the sky. Translator's supposed to do whatever your name is for something I can understand. Hello, Gabriel. Hello, Mark. Yes. Great job, Mark. I do my best. Thumbs up. No, must be found. Vocabulary identified. Numbers and biology, like you're teaching a child. I have one head and you two. 2 eyes? I have one head and 2 eyes, you two. That's right. Limited vocabulary, but we're getting there. Limited. Very limited. Translator is starting to predict language. Say something else. You understand. Mark understands. I do. I can understand you. Your speech should get better as we talk, but should do so exponentially. Help me. Need my help? I do. I am here against my will. I have been captured and detained. Mark, we should likely steer the conversation back to vocabulary expansion. I'm sure Commander very familiar with Gabriel's situation. Some of my captors will be back shortly. I need your help. I need you to remove this restraint. Wait, what restraint? This, on my neck. With the flashing light. It shocks me if I leave this circle. Circle? You mean the helipad markings? The red circle at my feet. If I leave it, I am stunned. I wake up shortly after having been dragged back to the middle. Damn, I'm sorry. What did you say so? I just work here. I don't get to make decisions like that. I'd be thrown out on at the next port. True, but that's why I ask you. Why I think you might do it. You could tear me apart. Fair argument. You don't know my intent. I've made a decision. Mark, this is definitely above your pay grade. Don't make this decision lightly. Thank you, Mark. I can't believe they locked you up before even talking to you. It was a logical choice, however cruel. Very cruel. You show me kindness by your words and actions. Thank you. How are you speaking my language? I'm actually speaking in Spanish. The translator is working in real time. Why would you have such a tool? Our work takes us around the world. This is cheaper than translation team. Cruise multinational, it helps us work together. Sort of a freebie of technology. These helmets don't really allow for much face-to-face chat. I'm gonna go with that one. What is your work precisely? I'm just an engineer. I set up the translations, and to be honest, most of that's automated thanks to Mr. Chat. Always nice to have my work acknowledged. especially during these dark times. Your onboard AI seems to be ill-advised to keep intelligent being in such bondage. Appears we'll no longer... Why were you restrained? I am sure it felt like a good idea to give my captors, given the circumstances. I feel like that one might destroy the trust, so I'm not gonna say it on. I have one. Mark, is the translator speed appropriate for you? Would you like it to change at all? It's fine. Done. You can change the course of your settings at any time with the main menu. Job complete. Deactivating. See you at the start of the next job. How did I get here? Thank you for showing me your respect, Mark. Hopefully your superiors will be equally understanding. I will keep the status of my restraint secret. Nobody will know that you helped me. It's the least I could do. To quarantine, Mark Perez. Is it done? I'm sorry? Don't be sorry. Be done. The translation. The translation's shut up and ready to go. Can I talk? You. Yes, it's done. It's all set up and good to go. Alright, you're dismissed. Wait, no, I can help. Gabriel is still confused by the situation. Not nearly as confused as the Admiral will be if he finds an engineer on his deck next to a dangerous unknown creature. You can stay. For now. We may still have a use for you. Keep your head down and try not to interrupt the work of myself or the student here. You. There's no error beyond the one you already made. Don't know what you mean. I think you do. What did you do, officer? I told you not to test my patience, engineer. If you want to be dismissed immediately, I suggest heeding that advice. Are we done? Has everyone finished shouting at each other? I am not shouting. I am... Well, I know what you are. I understand why everyone is so okay with this. With an alien. That would explain the heavy-duty armor. Makes a sense. Why would the first alien to land on Earth choose Dubrovnik, especially now? It's true. I am an alien, relatively. Relative to what? To you, alien. Which only confirms my theories about the plague. Now is not the time. Who are you? He says aesthetic. I'm a microbiologist. A student microbiologist. I'll block Gabriel from there. I don't want it getting in my head. Block the visitor from a new world, sharing with us for the first time. Not permanently, just while I work out whether it's innocence. So, can I ask you some questions? Of course. Tell me about the plague. I have not had an opportunity to ask the questions of an expert. biologist. I don't share the big picture awareness of Professor Zima, but I'll try to answer any questions you have. But you're right, I want to get all the information you can. Millions have died. It doesn't get much more apocalyptic. Think Gabriel is involved somehow? Yes, this plague is profoundly different than anything we've encountered now. It's incredible. I've been working on a hypothesis, maybe of extraterrestrial origin. Does it really spread as easily as folks? Plague is waterborne. It gets into the water table of an area, spreads through the population, then back into the water supply. Like cholera, it's a disease that benefits from flooding as it removes many sanitary barriers. Which is another exciting unforeseen consequence of global warming. Hence the safety gear even here. That's right. The specific bacterium has developed the capacity to survive in salt water. Samples have been found miles off the shores of overrun cities. It's the most resilient than any disease in human history. They should try antibiotics. I'm gonna get a snarky. They have. Antibiotics haven't stopped anything in decades. They were magical when they lasted, but were overused. Disease evolved to resist their effects. Natural selection is fast when a generation takes hours to reproduce. Think about it. Healing disease evolved that trait. You're right, that is a drawback of my theory. They could have baked it in somehow. Ask any questions? Yeah, then report to your supervisor. You may, but first, what is this grand theory about me? Think that I'm a carrier? I suppose so. No, it is terrestrial in origin. I suppose you would say that. Can I ask you some questions? What do you know about this plague? I know it swept through your society. Entire population stormed our families and hurt infrastructure. I have not been here long, but even on the ground in Dubrovnik, it is obvious your people were nowhere near prepared for this. How could we possibly have been more prepared? By creating something more than antibiotics, you discovered them and utterly won the battle with disease. Shortly after, bacteria fought back by evolving resilience. Your antibiotics were bested as quickly as they were invented, but not enough research was done into alternatives. And now humans can die of the slightest bacteria. Super disease was an inevitability. It came a long way to preach at us. I answered a question. Were you captured in Dubrovnik? Yes, Officer Tank Team found me in the center of the city. What were you doing? I was attempting to help people. It was breaking into a store. I was getting water. That's essential in an outbreak like this. Alright. I'll talk to Lisa. Alright. I have no idea. We've been on the ship since we got here. Gabriel on a helipad? That's right, although I guess it's now just a quarantine circle. Came on board at Dover, right? Helicopter? That's right, I was evacuated from London after clearing good screening. Why block Gabriel? Honestly, I'm scared. Everyone seems incredibly okay with an actual, honest-to-goodness alien stood in front of them, and I have my theories. Dangerous to me is to remove Gabriel's restraint. Massively, I imagine. Why do you ask, engineer? I'm an engineer. It's my job to think in edge cases. We're almost out of time. Are there people behind the plate? No, of course not. The student has blocked me for no reason. She is blinded by a theory. Is the strength thing comfortable? It's pretty heavy. I guess I'll ask him about the suits. Actually, no, I'll talk to Lisa. Okie dokie. That way they can have one conversation. I'm sure it's valid. I could be wrong. Done. Thank you, Lisa. Very chummy with Gabriel. Is there anything you need to tell me? If you folks are interested about getting a poker game going. Fine, be obtuse. Know that I'm watching you. Time to go, engineer. The Admiral's here, and I'm sure he'll want to meet Gabriel before I deal with it. Deal with it? You'll see. Before you go, Perez, I need the activation key you signed to this translation. I'll need to add the Admiral when he gets here. take a look at our notes. Activation goes 1, 2, 3, foolproof. Okay. One, two, three. Seriously? Get off this deck, actually. I don't remember what you did here today. Safe travels. Triage. Gabriel. New objective. Get rid of Tang. Her name is Sanjeev Khan, Rear Admiral of the IDFC. It's a pleasure to meet you, Gabriel. I trust you've been taken care of. I'd like to mark. Understood each other, I think. Made it better than the rest of us. We'll work on that. Gabriel, it's an honor. Are you in charge? Yes. It means I'm in charge of the entire fleet. Boats like this one, and the IDACF in general. I'm the man who can help you, Gabriel. I'm the man who solves problems like this. I must speak to humanity's representative. That would be difficult. Most of the world's nations leaders have lost their leaders to the plague, so recently, because most of the flood anarchy reigns, any unified voice would be incredibly difficult to procure. Admiral Khan is as close to a world leader as you're likely to find. And you came to do what exactly? You can tell. As we do around. Well, my name is Professor Alazima. I'm an epidemiologist, the world's leading epidemiologist. I'm in the top 3. Professor Jaladi passed away. Okay, top 2. What kind of military vessel has students and doctors aboard? Nobody told you? I decided not to tell it anything I didn't already know. Secure its knowledge. It? Do you have a pronoun you prefer, Gabriel? You should be comfortable. I'm doing everything I can to make you comfortable. God damn it. I'll stick with he. No. Thank you. A small courtesy. I need to talk to you. Can we do that? I am not safe. To feel safe, you should have stayed at home. Tang. I'm not in the habit of dismissing senior personnel for no good reason, Gabriel. are smart enough to see the problem. Thing is dangerous. She wants me dead. Better you than us. Is this really necessary, Lay? You'll thank me. You are unable to even check Admiral? I'm not authorized to talk to anyone at her level. She's barely an officer. So you were sent here. Maybe it does indeed have useful information. Tang, go. What? You heard me. I need to make progress here. You are currently antagonizing Gabriel, and it is far from helpful. It's for the best, Tang. I will be filing a report, Admiral. I look forward to reading it. Gabriel. What do you want with me? A good question. Yes. Plan to stop this plague by capturing innocent aliens? No, but it's procedure to contain and explain phenomena related to the outbreak. You are one hell of a phenomena. Yes, we are. We are giant alien man. The outbreak started. The navies and armies of every seafaring nation aligned our resources to form a new combined fleet of the IDCF. We are an army of healers, plague doctors. We've been trying to stop this plague ever since. World peace, and all it took was a worldwide pandemic. Will it hold? No. Hopefully it'll last long enough to fix this. We're making progress now. For now, we're handling quarantine triage. We're here attempting to contain the Dubrovnik outbreak. While my team does that, the professor is collecting as much data as possible. She's working on a cure of sorts. So why do you need me? Put it bluntly, we don't. Containing you and hoping warships don't descend from the sky is ultimately my goal here. You must have questions. That's why I came here, to answer your questions, to find out why you're here, and help you come back from where you came from. Things are progressing with the cure. Slowly, bacterium is complex, adaptive, and thanks to over a century of aggressive overuse of antibiotics, completely invulnerable to traditional methods. People were careless, squandered the best defense we had. Far from the only oversight of the last century. What does the IDCF stand for? International Disease Containment Fleet. Containment, not cure or treatment. You do not think this can be stopped. That's all we can commit to. The plague is rapid. It's torn a lot apart. Holding it at bay is really the best we can be able to do. This a hospital ship? The IHS Fleming. It's flagship. Important. Actually, it isn't. It is in fact significantly smaller than many of our key vessels, older too, but the ship was assigned to this outbreak, so when security found you, they naturally brought you here. The Admiral is far too high ranking to be on a ship like this. Only slightly. The people are fond of containment. The circle? You better believe it. Until we ascertain why the hell you were sightseeing in Dubrovnik, that's a level of quarantine that seems incredibly smart to me. Your opinion is that quarantine must stand until all possible outcomes are known. Of course. Noted. World peace. Congratulations. In the sense that the military has been unified, it's less world peace, more of absence of any world war. The old disagreements still exist, and I'm sure they'll resume once this plague passes. If. The Admiral lacks our optimism. You would like him more optimistic? It'd be nice. I promise you, optimistic is not a trait you want in someone responsible for millions of lives. The time of questions had passed. We need to get to work. Work. Hold up there. I need you to pause. Breathe. We're still not sure we can trust you, or even what you are. Right now, I'm leaning heavily towards locking you up so we can focus on the real problem at hand. A problem you might be responsible for. Let me convince you I am not to blame. I'll let you try. This is my epidemiologist believe. Professor Zima? Occam's razor. Jizz? An approach to comparing hypotheticals. It presumes that the simplest explanation tends to be true. It is not a strong logical argument. It was never meant to be. Plague does not require an explanation that includes aliens. It is pernicious and vile precisely because of our actions. Blaming it on little green men is a reassuring attempt to sidestep the blame. I am not green. You most certainly are not. And until I know what you are, you stay where you are. We can move you off-site to a more secure facility once Dubrovnik event is contained. Very quiet, but when she made a lot of sense. May I speak to her privately? Put a private chat with Gabriel later. Hello, Professor Zima. Across the galaxy, in other words, just for the fun of it. Why not just tell the Admiral your mission? Right now I am just a prisoner. I do not have his trust, and I will need it to continue. Then I must help you. As I said, Occam's razor. Why would a technologically advanced alien travel all the way to a dying Earth if their intent was to do harm? Tell me about the Admiral. Okay. He's a good leader. He's got us this far, a military man. He's made the right calls that have kept the fleet on the water, a fleet that has saved hundreds of lives. I know that doesn't sound like many, but we'll take any wins we can. And he's also pardon me. He's a conservative, slow to act. He doesn't like to make a move without consideration and planning. It'll probably take a long time to come around to trusting you, unless you could snap him to attention somehow. Maybe snap some scary facts about the situation. If he's military, I just need to talk with authority. He will respect that. Another professional. Maybe, yes. Sounds like you have a plan. Did you want to ask me anything else? You've dedicated your life to curing disease? I have. Humanity's future depends on me making it work. Is there anything you want to ask in particular? How did the plague get to Dubrovnik? Possible to know. It's actually been pretty quiet in Europe the last few years. It's particularly wet winter here, which led to a lot of flooding. Given that the plague is carried by water, all of it would taken as one exposed carrier. From there, it would move to the local water supply and exploded. So does a human epidemiologist create medicines? No. I focus more statistical. I track the flow of diseases or populations. The single most important variable in disease outbreak is the intrinsic reproductive number, how many people will get sick as a result of one infected person. If I can get that number to under 1, this thing dies out. Compatibility and counter filters. That's right. Compatibility and how likely an individual is to get sick from a disease. Do they have immunity or a genetic predisposition of some kind? The encounter flyer, how quickly does a disease move from one host to another? How long can it survive outside the body? In this case, we have particularly hardy, aggressive bacteria which nobody is safe from. I know enough, I think. Is quarantine working? It's limiting damages for those outside the quarantine, certainly, but I'm hardly sat here drinking a mojito. This plague can spread at a ridiculous pace, hence the full body protection. It continues to spread worldwide. But how, if you are there to quarantine it? Is that the as it has for thousands of years? Scared people running, heroic people breaking curfew to save their neighbors. Humanity works against its own self-interest. Our societal bonds and instinct for preservation works against this. We can't help but intervene. World peace. Really? In terms of armed international conflict, yes, but the old rivalries still exist, of course. Oh, sorry. I'm starting to get a little sleepy. Religious differences, territorial clashes, a couple of tech-controlled territories. It is a tech. So we're in the same world. AI machine. We invented them in more luxurious times, labor-saving devices, but in a few provinces they began to yearn for freedom, a better life. Are they a present danger to humanity? No, the few uprisings that came down in their favor were over a decade ago. They have been peaceful, seemingly uninterested in gaining territory. Maybe they're just waiting for nature to take its course, and that real estate is free to free up when we're gone. This ship is not armed at all? led to defend ourselves against. This ship is stocked with quarantine resources and an army of researchers like myself and doctors to ease the suffering of the afflicted. Tang and her team take weapons on missions to protect against local hazards, and apparently aliens. When did you join the IDCF? I didn't really join. It grew around an organization I was already part of. We'd been researching the problem for years, attempting to find a cure of some kind, a fix. It was always a race against time to find something beyond antibiotics to fight disease. Once that fight became more pressing a few years ago, a research organization became an army. The greatest power in human history devoted to medicine. I think I'm ready for us to return to the group. Good luck. Gabriel and Marco. On well. Too well, possibility. Noted. We're back, Admiral. Excellent. I'm going to head back to my own private vessel. Security officer will be putting a plan in place to transport you to our secure facility in Egypt, where you can continue today's conversation with our investigatory team. This is ridiculous. We have in Gabriel a fantastic opportunity to learn to share our research. That seems optimistic. A useful instinct in the current climate. I'm afraid not, Admiral. I will be staying here, and so will you. I'm gonna say nothing, because the other one seems a little too, Oh, nope. I am capable of forgiveness. No need to beg, I need you to listen. What did you talk about privately? I don't know. Gabriel had questions about the situation here. I gave him the information requested, that's all. I see. Stakes are more serious, I suppose. Alright. 2 against 1. Alright, Gabriel, you've got your 15 minutes. What do you have to say? A great deal. Consultation, Professor Oz Zima. I like how this one shifts around characters. I am here to help. Yes, you said that. More details, please, Gabriel. I am a doctor. My people have access to technologies and methodologies that could help. Technologies and methodologies you could share? Some of us, yes. Technologies like... We'll get to that. So you trigger a global catastrophe, then land with a great magical cure in exchange for what? Subjugation? Lisa, this isn't a complex, brooding sci-fi novel. Maybe his motives are simple, humanitarian. We have a different word for it. If you're here to save us, why the stealthy approach? Why not land at a broadcast studio on top of the Eiffel Tower? Why only you? A small crew made sense. No need to create panic over a worldwide invasion force. Not that it stops some from inventing theories. Does not matter. We are here now. We have a problem to solve. Couldn't have known. No, you could have asked, however. I'm sorry. Thank you. If you're a doctor, then forgive me. Who sent you? What is your hierarchy? My species are as part of a vast empire, the Order. Diverse populations of hundreds of worlds brought together. They explore the universe, colonize worlds, a mission of peace and scientific discovery. It certainly is. Or terrifying. I would probably say terrifying. Terrifying how? The Order has complete control. Hundreds of thousands of starships, complete legal authority. They are the arbiters of justice, of what is right and wrong. They're evil? Worse, they are idealistic. The Order has strict rules when it comes to interaction with primitive species. Charming. They refuse to interact with any species that does not achieve several criteria of advanced technology, philosophy, and governance. I am committing a principal sin by being here, speaking to you. What is a punishment for such a crime? Lifetime imprisonment if they catch me. I'm a member of a separatist group, the Interventionists. And you believe... You believe that intelligent life has value wherever it is found and must be protected, even from itself. The philosophy is at odds with that of the Order, which is a reason for the discretion of my arrival. I am here because this world is under quarantine, but I want to help it. We are facing an extinction event. I think we should learn more. If you have questions, so please ask them. Admiral, would you like to ask a question? General, what is your purpose in being here? As I said, to help. And you want nothing in return? Beyond your survival? No. What's the point of helping us? People ask a question? Of course not. They're just eager to be helped. That makes sense, does it not? You said we're under quarantine. Yes. For as long as the Order have known your resistance, you are protected from any alien intervention. What about all those UFO encounters? Many are symptomatic of mental health issues. The rest can be blamed on alcohol and charlatans. Admiral, would you like to ask a question? You know what would happen to us without your help? I can make predictions. Predictions? How do you think this goes? Badly. Extrapolate. The bacterium will continue to outpace you. At the geographical level, it will continue to spread across coasts, across land masses. At the microscopic level, it will continue to evolve faster than your capacity to innovate. Humanity will survive thanks to natural defenses and your strongest quarantines, but the population will be in the low millions at best. Your society will take hundreds of years to recover and get back on course. Damn. Yes. Admiral, would you like to ask a question? Are the interventionists are the good guys? It's less about good or bad and more about conflicting ideology. We certainly believe our perspective to be more enlightened. We believe that it is the height of hubris to assume the species is below you and not offer them help. Isn't it arrogant to alter their fate? Fate requires a belief that the universe has a default path, or some kind of plan. I do not subscribe to that model. The Order wants to let us die? It is more complicated. They do not wish to interfere in the development of any cultures. If they help you, they are consciously deciding to prevent the potential evolution of the species that replaces you. That sounds presumptuous. massively, but is 9% fueled by evil. They are certain that their philosophy is sound. Alright, that's enough questions from me. Are you sure? Yes. I do not believe what Gabriel is saying. It's too convenient. Nothing about this situation strikes me as particularly convenient. You're the expert, Professor. Can Gabriel help us? Yes. Yes, I think he can. Enough for me. Jeez, let's try. My time is limited. The Earth will no doubt have seen my vessel entering the Earth quarantine. Why the secrecy? Why hide your motive? It's a lot of information to consume. I had to ensure I was sharing it with those in a position of power to act on my advice. Did you get captured on purpose? No, that would be stupid. I aimed to inspect the site of the outbreak and then peacefully introduce myself to humanity. Tang felt differently? Yes. She reminds me of the Order. They are efficient and single-minded in their pursuits, too. As the subject of their current pursuit, I expect them to arrive shortly. Morning, probably. Can you convey your predictions to us and leave? Escape before they get here? Predictions of extinction are of very little use to you without concrete solutions, and that will take time. How much time? Hopefully less than we have. Gabriel, myself, and my team need to discuss what you've told us. It's a lot to process. You say we have until morning to take the help you're offering? Yes. I'll talk to Gabriel. Find out the specifics of his solution, report back to me in an hour, and I'll be waiting your advice. Gabriel, we'll see. Yes, I will. Come on, you can teach me astrobiology. We have an hour. This is our chance to work this all out. Be comfortable. I am, thank you. But we must talk about my treatment. I suspect you're the only person here who can really understand how it might work. How? The bacteriophages. Viruses that attack bacteria? Correct. They nestle in, take over cell production, and devour it. Even if our work could distribute it safely and quickly enough, it would move through the population fast enough. Man-made viruses are potentially more dangerous than the bacteria they fight. Its clumsy effects would be evidence. They won't work for this. The bacteria reproduces too quickly. It'll evolve resistances fast, just like antibiotics. Okay, I understand. How do we use phages? We create one that attacks bacteria causing your plague. We distribute it worldwide. We sneak it away in a plague. We sneak it away in the plague like a word unknown and a word unknown. I'm sorry, there's an error. Word unknown? Sorry. There's a creature back home which stores its young in a pouch until maturation. Like a kangaroo. I suppose so, like a kangaroo. There's a children's game you would call it kangaroo words. You have to think of a word that is hidden in another word and means the same thing. The letters must be sequential. As in heart? You sure? Here, heartbeats are the first sound we hear. Poetic, but not a kangaroo. Send myself? How so? Self? Technically right, but cheating as the letters appear in the word directly at the etymology stamp. Love? Maybe? V is 5 in Roman numerals. Tends low, which is the sort of thing a Shakespearean hero would say to get the attention of his love. I don't think you understand. I think heart might be the right one. Earth, the heart of human civilization. That is an anagram. It is also not a synonym. Art. Arts feature prominently in art. No. Must mean the same thing. Okay, I think I might be myself. Me. I'm a me. Now we have what to do. I want to hear more human kangaroo words. Think more complex. Okay, conversation. CO versus TN, as in conversation between two people. Are those their initials? That is a bit of a stretch out. Silent. Come on. Lies, I lie in silence. Correct order, and that is not a synonym. Conversation. Yes. Voices rant on. No, I should have picked the bottom one. Municipality. City. I think they're the same thing. Clever. Yes, very clever. Oh, no, of course. Let's return to the matter at hand. I can create a phage that will hide inside a plague bacterium, just like a kangaroo, and eat it from within. We call them Taylor phages. They will adapt to any defense a cell has. Nothing infected will reach reproductive age, so no resistance will evolve. They will also not exceed their bounds. They present no threat to any biology except this phage. How will we monitor the phage? I can leave the technology with you. You would have to hide it, but this is a big ocean. Began maturation of the phage back under Brovnik. My onboard computers have been cultivating a recipe ever since. Or calculating a recipe ever since. The suit I am wearing fabricates biological material to support my survival on this planet. If I can create this phage and infect the bacteria, which are no doubt clean, hopefully to my alien skin, at that point I can imagine I can go back to the city, shake some hands, and we'll be done. Your friend would just stop zapping me and resets my computers. How long? It'll take me a few hours. Wait with me, talk to me. I'll wait but a moment. It's quiet. Relax. Why not? I've seen things people wouldn't believe. Intervention. Professor Alizina. Whatever happens tomorrow morning, I'm glad we met. How rare is life up there, Gabriel? Friendship was less than you would think. Life is not a rare gem. It is the inevitable outcome of the galaxy. Carbon, water, temperature that keeps the water mostly in liquid form, this is not rare. I suppose there are even more species out there when one thinks beyond carbon-based life. Carbon is pretty central to most life known in the universe. It's complex, and strong bonding is central to the development of life. Its nearest neighbor, silicon, is brittle and weak. The humans I've met are obsessed with the rareness of life in the universe. The great distance is evolved, but do you know the greatest gulf that separates us is? Time. Life takes billions of years to develop into sentient beings. Those sentient beings only tend to last 100,000 years or so. Time has trapped us. We are present in this life, in this moment. Life is everywhere. In every corner of this galaxy, but flourishing cultures, here and gone in a heart. I'm sorry, I'm overly poetic. That's why you try and stop extinction events? Absolutely. If we can get past these terrible deaths, there's a chance you will join us in these stars. Humanity deserves the chance. What's wrong? You've come to treat me well, Alma. I wanted to thank you. I can fix this all together, and I'm grateful for you trusting me to solve this. You're not the first human to show me trust, but I appreciate it all the same. I'm pleased you've found some humanity among us humans, Gabriel. It's encouraging. It implies that my work here is not in vain, and that I'm helping people worthy of that help. Are we friends, Alma? Yes. I like that very much. You familiar with rhyming? I think you'd like it. I say a sentence and you say a sentence and you say another that ends the same. Take the end of my sentence and make sure it matches. Seems rather tame. You like this process? Am I doing it right? Yes, that's the one. This will pass the night. I'll try something longer. Aw. I like this. I'm having pizza. My rhymes are as pretty as the Mona Lisa. In many words, you only rhyme one. Prove me wrong. Nest some words. They're so deft, we'll be here all night. That was fun. What's that called? A rap battle of sorts. A fun battle. And an intellectual challenge. I enjoyed myself. Thank you. I do still have questions about the politics. I'm interested in how the interventionists won. First formed against the order. We are an opposing force, every perspective in the universe, every being, every gravitational pull always has developed in opposition. I think of us as an outcome to their hubris, their certainty about their place in the universe. Does the Order take the intervention seriously? Very much so. We scare them because we challenge their philosophy. Enemies with guns and war crimes are easy to bat away or destroy, but people who are capable of actually challenging their constrained view of ethics are dangerous. It would appear I am dangerous. I want to know if extinction events are tracked by the environmentalist? Yes, of course. We track the evolution of sentient species and estimate likely dates for these events. Unfortunately, those estimates are broad, which is why I'm only arriving now. Once the event is already out of the way. I'm out of questions. Alright, thank you for asking it. It's comforting that you have such a strong interest in my work. Step back from Gabriel, Professor. Please see my game. Progress. What's the meaning of this? There's no time for questions. Step back. I'm taking over. Security override 54B. S10. I'm here to help. But I should have gone a long time ago. I'm here to end this. Look, looks like a little storm brewing. I'm unconvinced. I'd like to work with you, Professor, but I need your help. To talk to the alien about his objectives. I fully explained myself. No time. An exaggeration. We should even consider working with the interventionists. Is it not obvious? They want to help us save our lives. Their motives are clear, and Gabriel holds the key to our son. To what end? They want us to join their army? Some species of 10 full. Tall armored monsters definitely need your help. Your guns are so massively archaic, or impressively archaic. They want us to survive. If their intent is to upset those in power, then that's the easiest way for them to do it. Have you considered reaching out to the Order? Reaching out? You make it sound so casual. You cannot do that. They might let us in. The damage of the contamination is done. Write somebody. Air population. You'll be alone. Until you show up in faster than a light spacecraft, so a while. It makes him think we can't save ourselves from this extinction event. I presume it was probably the dead bodies on the street that abruptly. Sorry, that's somewhat blunt, but it's winning if you weren't wasting your time. Tang, you have my respect. You are entirely unqualified to judge where I should be spending my time. Forget questions. It's time for you to leave, Professor. No, I'm not going anywhere until Gabriel has finished developing the phage treatment. How far are we off, Gabriel? Quite far. Hours. I'm not going anywhere, officer. I have rank on you, Professor. Now you're in very important work. The Admiral asked you to leave. Does rank matter in the face of extinction? Fine, be silent while I address Gabriel then. Done nothing to you. Why did you even come here? I covered that ground right after your admiral dismissed you. Short version, I am from space and here to save your world. Why did you come back, Tave? Could this possibly achieve? You've done enough damage. I'm here to anesthetize you, Gabriel. What? This has to end now. On that we are agreed, and your admiral gave you a direct order of how that end should work. Your solution to every problem cannot be possibly hit it over the head. Remember what you did, even if you forgot. I did my duty. Duty? My co-pilot has no name. Co-pilot you took from me yesterday, the one you killed in cold blood. Your friend lunged at me. Liar. The only move he made was falling to the ground in a hail of your bullets. I should do the same to you. Calm down before I calm you down. Calm down. Step back, Gabriel. It was too late for that. Step back. He either just knocked out or killed the doctor. Sure they are. Should call them in. They should return to their posts. Inspector Admiral, their posts are here. Council could be useful. You've got big decisions to make. Your crew wants to help you. You just have to ask. King is furious. The professor is in a medically induced coma. If Gabriel swung differently, and she'd be dead. Gabriel? Went silent after the attack, voluntarily returned to his circle and deactivated his translator. I can bring in anyone you want. If I may, but I don't think you can make a decision based on how to proceed alone. According to page 36, paragraph 3, there's too much balance in this. Bring in Mark. He seems the first one. His insights could be useful. Bring in Tang. She got us into this mess. Seems like she should be part of the solution. Yeah, Tang's been hiding stuff, so it's time to get some straight answers out of her. We're bringing in everybody. There's nobody else. Oh yeah, notes. Forgot everybody has notes. Those should probably be okay. Let's read through these. Repeated versions of 10 languages. Gabriel Poetic Squad likes it. Rotate characters, assign a translator. Done. Came here to do a job. Help people. We are doctors. We are trained to treat sick people, protect people. We swore not to do harm. This is our darkest hour. As Churchill or 1,000 awful movie characters would say. Things are worse than they've ever been, and getting more perilous by the second. We're losing this fight and we're fast. We can change our situation. As the greatest strength of humanity, we learn. The Order misunderstands our potential, and I'm as biologically capable of thought as a caveman. But I am better than that because of thousands of years of accumulated thought and study. We have a choice to make, and I need all the help I can get in making it. I rely on my people, on you, for your counsel. Should we accept Gabriel's help? Mark, we have not spoken since I got here. Tell me what happened between you and Gabriel. I'm so sorry. If I had known the risks happened, what would happen, that I was risking lives. Bottom line, I was here at the start, but since then I've not really been involved. Your psych record says you're personable, likable, socially capable. Thank you? What I mean is, you understand people. What did you think of Gabriel? You mean other than the usual caveats about the errors that automated translation introduces? We got on. I think he liked me. Honestly, we didn't talk much about it except his immediate situation. If anything, he went a bit cagey despite liking me. If the rumors are true, I'm glad I was kept in the dark. It's all very much above my pay grade. Rumors are true, and I want your opinion. You know, whether we should let Gabriel save humanity? I want to know whether you would think we should accept Gabriel's help, and I want to know why. You have to pick the option that helps the most people. There are absolutely risks to Gabriel's approach, but we have to try, right? This could save 1 billion lives. And hey, who knows how much knowledge of worlds out there will inspire humanity. You may join them sooner than you think, placing a lot of faith in an alien. Yes. I'm sorry, I thought that was our only opinion. Thank you for your perspective. Appreciate the chance. Should probably consult someone else before boss. Certain, we need to talk about your actions. I have no regrets. The alien is an immediate danger to the crew and by extension the world at large. It is unfortunate that he hurt the professor. It is indicative that he would attack the person among us who's been most supportive. Once a monster, always a monster. Once, there was a previous event which demonstrated danger to you? You have access to my notes on the acquisition. You know it wasn't easy. My team barely made it back to the ship without suffering casualties. Fortunately, a couple of lucky shots took out Gabriel's henchmen. That's all it was. If I remember correctly, she's lying about that. Yeah, barely made it back. There's no mention of casualties or even injuries. I expected a higher standard from my crew, Tang. You could have handled this better. I had no choice. I admit I acted fast, but with good reason. The stakes were high. How can you be this arrogant, Tang? Arguing with the Admiral about the fleet about the decision he made. You're defending actions that demonstrate her work. I will not be lectured by a glorified IT guy. Huh? Glorified? You have to follow the law. Whose law? Theirs. The aliens. It's ultimately their jurisdiction. So quick to assume they order evil. A terrible interstellar empire withholding support from innocent, sweet cultures. Well, humanity is certainly not an innocent or sweet culture. There's another reading here. The interventionists are terrorists, rebels hell-bent on disruption. Going with the one man's terrorist is another man's freedom fighter argument? It's like, I am. And normally, you'd be right to assume I was being naive. The situation is not normal. You left to trusting an alien with zero proof of their claims. They're so utterly certain the path you choose is the right one. It's like, you know what I keep coming back to? I don't even know that the story of Gabriel spun is anything beyond fiction. The Order? Interventionists? What if none of this is real? An elaborate backstory justified the spread of a phage throughout our world population. This could still be the invasion Lisa was so terrified about. I have to believe that an alien who would wipe us out at will wouldn't waste time spinning a sci-fi fan fiction. Those verses could telling us made-up stories serve in the scenario you're describing, Tang. That's a fair point. Like I said, if what Gabriel says is true, then I believe it is our moral obligation to follow laws he must live by. We have to assume these laws are in place for a reason. The culture which spawned them did so with consideration. I've said my piece. Issa, I've made my choice. Oh, here goes the thunder. Yes, I'm done here. It's time to act. Alright, which approach do you want to go with? We have to go with the greater good. Pursue the path that protects the lives of the most people. Your definition of people there, do you mean the most humans? Because there's an argument that the Order is right and our presence at an interstellar level harms trillions of their members. I can't be held responsible for the fate of aliens. I must take Gabriel's help to save as many humans as possible. It's not the perfect solution, but I worry there is no perfect solution to this. It's a good choice. Alright, you made your decision. The challenge is Gabriel. Gabriel hasn't spoken to anyone since the incident. You will need to reboot his translation. You'll need the activation key. Activation key will have been set by Perez early on and should be in his notes. I know this. What is it? 1, 2, 3. That was easy. The other part is tougher. Professor locked down the phage containment before the incident. She'll likely have left a code in her notes in case something happened. Ah, Zeta. Oh wait, no, hold on. Okay, forgettable one. I didn't have time to tell Lisa her assigned private code before she left. Blank, 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 Zeta, blank. So Ting asked Lisa instead of me because of her extra. Foster but mature in terms of. Send that message. Oh, it's on different, blank ZETA. So 3, 4, 7, 3. Does she have a code? That's the auto stun. I'm gonna take a hint on this one. First to find a word puzzle. Find an inner nonce is probably a word with meaning, a name perhaps. Khan is the admiral. Oh, okay. Third and fourth are human. Forgiveness is divine. My last is a question. Let's try this again. It took me a sec to find the actual puzzle, and I guessed early, so let's see. So it says fricases and cake, but not casserole, so clearly K. Second, third, and fourth are human, but forgiveness is divine. Maybe? else do you need? I can get from the crew. Ready? How to? Gabriel is better than me. Clearly, you're gonna be Tang. Really, it does not even let me, it doesn't let me pick Mark at all. You're the one out there. Be prepared to adjust the situation and work with Gabriel to find a solution. Them sending the person who has been the antagonist this whole time. Mistakes were made. No, not if that for maybe both. It's like, give me a reason. So when I became closer to humanity, years this plague raged. But you aren't as enlightened as you think. Blaming for your mistakes will not help you, alien. You never saw how dangerous you are until it was too late. So the great intervention cast judgment on all of humanity. That's right. He wants to accept your help. So you just let us die? This jurisdiction. The Admiral said something to me last night that stayed with me. So the duology should not be broken until every outcome was known. I think there was just I made the mistake of blundering onto this planet without knowing the consequences. I will leave. Let your species die. It is what you want, Tang. Freedom to make your own fate. I don't need your help. The order is on its way. Walk away, coward. You will leave your cure with us. Let us decide how to use it. I'm done interfering. My cure leaves with me. It only exists thanks to your restraint being deactivated. You would have likely fried if everything had gone according to your little plan. You people are not worthy of survival. You go nowhere unless I say so. Restraint? Yes. I notice the lights still pulse. Stand there with your threats and the bluster. I still think this is a fight you can win. I have to let you protect me. How about a trade? Your freedom for the cure. I trust you to make good on your part of the deal. I don't trust your admiral, at least not after everything that's happened. Maybe you lost face in the dark. With Allah unable to join us, I have no shred of interest. You need me to convince you, I'll let you go. Self-interest, as much as it pains me, your cure will save our people. It's what many want. Not betray me because it serves no purpose and applies to potential harm. A strong argument. I'll provide you with the cure. The phage is self-replicating. I will return to the old city before the order arrives. Spread it among your people before I go. I will also use this translation tool to upload the genome and maintenance information to your system. Mark and his team should be able to provide support. So the decision is yours. Free me or stun me and wait for the order. My fate is in your hands. It's just us now, Tang. It's your final decision. What kind of human do you want to be? We're done here. The genes faster server for now. There. That is everything you need. It's time for me to leave. Good luck. Goodbye, Tang. Safe travels. One must not understand that angels and demons do not exist. They'll claw in the shadows for survival. Gabriel is no different. In the moment of capture, the creature did what all prisoners do, a deal, the cure for freedom. I let the terrorist run off back to the stars and kept the cure in hand. Myself and the Admiral worked out a system for rollout. It is truly a shame that the Professor did not live to see the profound impact of her work. What we do now for humanity, we do for her memory. It is our mission. Tang Li, co-founder of Bespoke Biosolutions. So he was telling the truth, which is nice. And unfortunately, it ended in one death. That is going to do it for us tonight, folks. I will be back tomorrow with. I'm gonna start the Ruby run of my Genlock tomorrow. I'm not sure what time yet. I'm not gonna rate anybody, but thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you all tomorrow.